Well, in Charlottesville, a kicker for the University of Virginia is bringing a decade of military experience to the football field. You might have heard of him before the season started. Matt Ganyard, a 34-year-old father of two who went from flying helicopters for the Marines to kicking footballs for the Cavaliers.
On the football field, Matt Ganyard looks just like any of his other University of Virginia teammates.
I think we've built some great bonds with the guys over the time I've been here. For so many years, I thought about what it would be like to join the team and to get to play in the games.
The Cavaliers kickoff specialist is in his first year playing college football, and he's also in his last season with the team.
I think they realize, I'm just another guy that, just happens to be almost twice their age. I think it clicks with them when they see me out at dinners with, my kids and wife. They remember that it's not quite the same, but in a good way.
At 34 years old, Ganyard is in his only year of eligibility with UVA. And before representing the orange and navy blue of the Wahoos, he was serving the United States with the Marines, flying Cobra helicopters.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, a football player, what's it like to pilot a Marine helicopter? Because I guarantee you there probably aren't that many college football players who have that experience.
It's an incredible feeling. People ask me, do you miss flying? And certainly there's aspects of flying I miss, but what I really miss is flying, 10, 15 feet off the ground over open desert with a fully loaded out warfighting attack machine.
Ganyard's 10 years in the military took him all over the world. And throughout that time, the former high school soccer player maintained a burning desire to play football, practicing his kicks wherever he could.
I think it was a good stress reliever. If I had a long day, I could swing by the field on base for 20, 30 minutes, have some kicks, get out some aggression, do some kickoffs, and go about my day.
After serving in the Marines, Ganyard returned to Charlottesville, enrolling in the Darden School of Business. By then, he had already reached out to Drew Meyer, a former Wisconsin punter who's now the special teams analyst for UVA. Ganyard's hope was to make a dream born over a decade earlier as an undergrad come true as a graduate student.
Essentially slid into his DMs and said, hey, crazy story, here's me, this is what I'm looking to do. When I sent it to him, I really tried to emphasize, yes, I understand this is going to be a unique story and a good story, but that's not why I'm doing it. I want to be an asset or be able to contribute to the team.
It took a waiver from the NCAA, one that was originally denied before getting approved on an appeal, to turn Ganyard's dream into a reality, contributing both on the field and on the sidelines, with the wisdom that only a 34-year-old with military experience can have.
I try and be, a positive role model, positive reinforcement on the sideline. I think I have some years of perspective maybe on the guys, good and bad years, but just being when I see the guys, they're in their own head on the sideline, I try and delicately find a way to remotivate them.
The 60-year student making the most of his full circle moment. 16 years ago, he was rejected from joining the Cavaliers as an undergrad. Now Ganyard is soaking in the experience of playing college football.
Even during kind of the down moments, I try and kind of pinch myself and just remind myself that I shouldn't be here. This is a incredibly unique situation that I get this opportunity, and it's a privilege to be on this team.
On the field, Matt Ganyard looks just like any of his other University of Virginia teammates. But his journey of perseverance makes him stand out from the rest.
This is exactly how I think my story was supposed to be written, with the opportunities and the setbacks I've had along the way. But I think the military's allowed me to gain some great leadership opportunities that I've been able to hopefully bring to the locker room on and off the field. Yeah, I wouldn't have changed a thing looking back from that first denial as a second year to making it as a 6th year at 34.
And our thanks to Matt Ganyard and UVA for the time. This piece part of our half-hour Veterans Voices special airing Friday, November 10th, 5:30 p.m. right here on WFXR. Such a neat story. Proof that it's never too late. He had a copy of his rejection letter from his undergrad years saved on his iPad that he took with him to the Marines, and he just had that as a reminder, and he never gave up on his dreams.
That's what stood out to me, too. I was going to say 16 years later, made it in. We love that.